We've got smoke. We've got smoke. 3, 2, 1. We've got ignition. We've got RIP. Takeoff. We must indubitably have RIP takeoff. Today's topic on the Self Love Show: the Las Vegas alien story, cap or cover up. That's what we're going to be breaking down. Please take a few moments as we take care of some house cleaning to go ahead and like, share, subscribe, post this link all over the World Wide Web, if you will. We definitely appreciate it. Yo to all the brothers out there in Chi-Town, you can cue the show when you're ready.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Fair use. Like, share, subscribe, please. Do that there. Hit that notification bell.
In entering upon this course of instruction, each of you should, so far as possible, lay aside for the time being all previous theories and beliefs. By so doing, you will be saved the trouble of trying
All the way through the show
to put, quote, new wine into old wineskins, end quote. Luke chapter 5, verse 37. If there's anything as we proceed which you don't understand or agree with, just let it lie passively in your mind until you have enjoyed the entire show.
that part.
For many statements that would at first arouse antagonism and discussion will be cleared and easily accepted a little farther on. After the show is over, if you wish to return to your old beliefs and ways of living, you are at perfect liberty to do so. But for the time being, be willing to become as a little child. For said the Master in spiritual things, quote, except ye become as little children, ye shall in no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven, end quote. Matthew chapter 18, verse 3. If at times there seems to be repetition, please remember, the Self Love Show is a lesson, not a lecture.
And even in this instance, if I could be of service to a 9-year-old girl or a 19-year-old woman or girl who wants to be a woman, is to really remember that self-love is the best way that you can receive love from anybody else, because it's coming from you. A lot of times we forget that. We look externally for this love. We look externally for this feeling of validation and adoration and approval, and it has to come from within.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back.
This is your last
Take
chance.
the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
You can't handle the truth. We live. Please share the link. We are live. The Self Love Show. Yeah, buddy. Be quiet. Self-love, vision. It's the Self Love Show. Welcome to the Self Love Show on This Ain't That Network, or as we say, TATN. It's one of your co-hosts, 9 Millie. All praise to the ancestors, to the Most High, and most definitely my beloved late Mama Sky. We got two mottos around here. Motto number 1 is on earth as it is in heaven. Motto number 2 is as above, so below. We're exclusively on TATN. Today we're going to be unpacking the Las Vegas alien story, cap or cover up. Why did 12 redact a portion of the original body cam video? What left the circular imprint in the family's backyard? Why, allegedly, did men in black show up? Why did it take 5 weeks before the story went viral? If we are being visited, most important question, what does this mean for humanity? Whether you're a believer, a skeptic, or you find yourself somewhere in a shade of gray, I guarantee you're going to find something to intrigue you about today's show. You're about to enter a world beyond your imagination. Lessons, not lectures. We live, and as always, you cats can be anywhere in this magnanimous universe. But thankfully, we all chose to be here together. That's right. Here together. Looking good. What down, brother Wordsmith? What you manifesting today, sir?
Love, man. Self-love, in fact. What you manifesting?
Ditto, good brother. Pure, magnificent, unfettered, unfiltered. Some have said tough. Many have said harsh, but love just the same, good brother. Love just the same.
No doubt.
Hey, so what you been up to, good brother, since we last canoed?
Ooh-wee.
My people.
Ooh-wee. Man, we had the magnanimous, fabulous.
Yeah.
It was, I got to make up some words for,
Gregorious.
Man, House Stock was serious success.
That's love, bro. That is true love.
And on top of that, when I come back from House Stock, my little people was in town. So my Gabby and Yuri, and Gabby was here for a day, 2 days, and she went on back. And Yuri is here for he'll be here till Tuesday.
That's big ups. And looking at the YouTube, both our self-loves are going in the same direction. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so big ups Gabber and Yuri. Yuri did a little fundamentals, huh?
Oh man, he's doing great, bro. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that the week and has really, really improved his game.
How's his
Really.
motor, man?
Oh, his motor. I told him about Dennis Rodman, like when somebody get the rebound, he'd get the rebound and pass and then beat everybody down the court. Yeah, he was faster than everybody at the camp.
Sounds like he got his dad's motor.
Yeah, and I told him run straight down the middle of the court. If you don't get the ball on the wing or something, run straight down the middle of the court. Bet you get the ball and lay it in, and it happened time and time again when they scrimmaged.
Ah, that's love.
And
That's
defense,
love. He's got the integrity out there.
yes. I was a little concerned. Hadn't been around him to, coach him up and
Yeah, I know
tell him
you was concerned about his ability to compete not at a higher level, but the energy. Yes. The willingness.
Desire.
Yes.
The desire is what I was really.
Yes.
He fully cleared that up for me and let me know that his desires at a high level to play at a high level, and he worked his tail off. That's for sure.
Hey, well, big ups, man.
You got one more day. Monday, we're going. We were at Funk's. His mentees ran the camp that Yuri was in, and Funk is having a camp that he's going to be running next week. Well, tomorrow, starting tomorrow. So Yuri's going to participate the one day. He's going to be here at that, and then we're going to get him on back home, and them coaches better watch out.
Yeah. Big ups to Funk too. Yo.
Yo.
All right. So what to expect today's show, the Self Love Show quote of the day. We have our More Growth and Development platform video. We do Tattoo Tyranny. We'll spend a quick video and unpack whether we think our government performed what we're paying them to do, or if they're just, committing flat out tyranny. Of course, we have our dome teaser. Your mind is a terrible thing to allow to lie fallow. So the more of these riddles you can challenge yourself with, the better you can be. If self-love doesn't solve it, we don't expect the chat to be able to process this information and solve it. But if you do have that wherewithal, type the response into the chat and we'll confirm it for you at the end of the show by self-love normally solving it. If not, I'll provide you the key. And the topic, the Vegas alien story, cap or cover up. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. This is a weird story that's been going viral. We question everything and we just have some questions. If anybody's got a problem with that, they can take a big cup of what's up.
Shut up. Shut the up. And sip slow.
F-U. That's right.
Take your time.
Sip it slow.
Yeah. So you'd be quiet for a long time.
Tell yourself we got to start marketing this. We're gonna have us a big cup of STFU. And,
yes, you're right. I got to get that. Gonna figure that out. And it's gonna be a big
self-love.
Cup too.
Self-love. Me and your face, and we're doing this. Yeah. One side has got you, and I gotta get some meals bill going too. I'm only a bill. All right. But I feel like I'm rambling and yapping here. So we close it out with my personal favorite part of the whole shebang, and that's where this brother to my right, he's going to go ahead and summarize today's show in a bit of prose. It's always off the rip. It's impromptu. So stick around for that. Announcements, self-love. You got any announcements out there, fella?
Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
And share it far and wide. Let's get them in here. Y'all know the drill. This is important information for our community. And let's get it.
Like, share, subscribe. Fantastic. If there's anybody who lives in Vegas, maybe they saw something. Oh, Ace said, text me time and location of camp and he'll bring Deuce. Oh, nice. Yeah.
That would be great.
That'd be great. That would be fantastic. Southside Shy's in the building, house stock. So, yeah, let us know where you're checking in from, please. And this is an interactive chat as Self Love is typed into the chat. You know, we ask you guys, have an open mind. You got to have an open mind to stick your head down the rabbit hole. Santos de la Rosa, Yo Noopy, all wood, no paper, is in the building. And so enough of my yapping.
Let's quench the Self-Love Nation's thirst.
No, we're not there yet.
Oh,
let me turn it over. Let me turn it over to his brother so he can handle his business.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you all know, the Self Love Show, 9 has let us know today's show is the Las Vegas alien story, cap or cover up. Y'all know the phone line's open, but we are expressing our gratitude to the highest for your being here. As always, we have a very important video we want you to check out. The Silverback More Growth and Development platform, which we're building the Self Love Nation off of. But before that, we have the Self Love Show quote of the day. If aliens do not exist in this universe, then you do not exist in this universe as well. If you exist in this universe, then aliens exist in this universe too. The huge universe that created you also created aliens. It's that simple. Once again, if aliens do not exist in this universe, then you do not exist in this universe as well. If you exist in this universe, then aliens exist in this universe too. The huge universe that created you also created aliens. It's that simple. Mahat Marat Idan.
Easy for you to say, hey, yeah. So they say when they did the math, it's all, fractals but they said it's got to be a minimum of 100 million civilizations should have developed in the history of the universe. 100 million.
Yeah, or more. Silverback More Growth and Development platform. Number 1, repair our nation via reparations. We demand our silver back. Number 2, to connect our breadwinners with our activists. And 3, show an accurate depiction of African American Chi-Town. 4,
we're cutting the
shine a light on positive influence. 5, heal our community one person at a time. 6, to provide an unfiltered platform for our influencers. 7, recycle the black dollar. 8, to provide mentors for the mentorless. 9, to close the gap between us and our pink kinsmen.
We're closing the gap. Closing the gap.
Number 10, protect our women, children, and men by any and all means necessary.
He doesn't deserve a house. It should burn down. Thanks. I concur. Yeah, all right. So before we, get this show on the road, 2 weeks ago, because last week was all about the big house stock out there. But we unpacked the peculiarities of our moon a couple of weeks ago.
Facts. Man, I advise you to go check it out because it was chocked full of facts.
Yeah.
Eliminated
Thanks.
a lot of fiction.
To the moon, Alice. You know what I mean?
Bang, soon.
And Pinky's on the moon. You know what I mean? I got all these bills to pay and Pinky's on the moon. I need to redo that poem out there.
Yeah, out there.
Yeah, Pinky's on the moon. Yeah, because if you don't like calling black people black, then I should never hear you call those people white. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry.
Yeah, shouldn't be sorry. Fucked up. Yeah, get those people out there.
Yeah, facts. But do check it out, y'all. It's right here on TATN. But bro, let's get to tattoo tyranny. Did you see the video on the police activity? Yeah, it's literally a channel called Police Activity. Big ups, fair use. On the Police Activity channel, I call this one Super 12.
I'm pretty sure that I have not, I'm stay pretty much unplugged.
Yeah, this is a Super 12 here. Gonna unpack that.
Hey, shots fired by police. I got him down.
I killed that. All right, so we got Super Cop out there, Super 12. You saw him out there. He looked like he was taking a shot before he took shots, in the parking lot. But he was literally like telling the kids to stay in school and, you know what I mean, listen to their parents. And I mean, hey, I got to tip my hat to him, man.
Yeah, I mean, he got out there and busted, but it took him a half hour to get there.
He got there. He didn't sit around like those Baldy, like they did down in Baldy, Texas, or wherever, at the school shooting.
He didn't do that part.
He did announce, I'm going as fast as I can when he was walking. He did announce that to the team.
Hey, did he have on 70 pounds of body armor or something? I don't, it just seemed something was a little mysterious about that whole situation out there. His hustle wasn't, I don't know.
I'm not going to knock him. I mean, we're always sticklers. We strive for perfection, but big ups to him, man. He was being a community. I'm not going to, allege that he was out there taking a shot at that woman. You know what I mean? But he was out there, being a part of the community. He heard the shots and he went right into action. I mean, hey, and neutralized the shooter. He didn't take that kid to go get some Burger King on the way to jail.
Yeah. I'm interested to see who the shooter was and, what he looks like and such.
Well, it's interesting, though, that's not a national news story. I think that should be almost as big as George Floyd getting kneed on. I mean, that, in my mind, that's what I'm paying law enforcement to do. I mean, we show tyranny.
It's kind of amazing that he was running around with an assault rifle, just standing out there. Huh?
Well, he was by his car. I think he went into it and grabbed it.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. And, it's amazing that he probably would have pulled off had he not been talking to that family. You know how God is.
Right.
And the timing of him walking and running and walking, he was there right at the right time and he lit dude up, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, tyranny?
It's not tyranny. So
you're not going to give that guy a thumbs up?
Well, thumbs up, I guess. I'm confused. I'm not tyranny. So that's what I got. It's not tyranny.
Yeah, this guy, in my opinion, deserves a full thumbs up. I mean,
no, he gets a full thumbs up. I was saying not tyranny, so I was confused out there.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not going to just show 12 stinking the place up, you guys. Every now and then we come across something that, I'm okay spending my tax money on such.
Yeah.
All right. So let's push on. You guys, please like, share, subscribe. We got Killer Karen out here. Pink on pink crime. It never happens. Oh. Killer Karen out there.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
She's accused of poisoning her husband to death, then writing a children's book about grief that she even dedicated to him.
The monster.
39. It completely
Look at it.
took us all by shock.
Now Corey
Drop dead
Richards
gorgeous.
is suing to get his millions,
Ugh.
and that is outraging his family.
She stood to gain much more from his death than from a divorce, and I'm talking about in the nature of millions of dollars.
Eric Richards' estate is valued at $4 million,
Damn.
including his masonry business and the family home. The couple has 3 young sons. Prosecutors say Corey poisoned Eric's Moscow Mule with a lethal amount of fentanyl. His family believes it was not the first time she tried to kill him.
He believed that she had attempted to poison him on at least 1 and probably 2 prior occasions.
Damn, he
This
was still
third
there?
time when she obtained really a substantial amount of fentanyl, what would have been, I think the doctors have said 5 times the lethal limit.
The family spokesman, Greg Skordas, says it was about just one thing: money.
She certainly had some financial reasons for him to die. She was in dire financial straits on a number of fronts, and she stood to gain enough through life insurance proceeds to sort of get her out of that hole.
At a court
He must have
appearance last
stopped
week,
paying her
Corey
bills.
Richards cried for
Wow.
most of the proceeding, a far cry from her now notorious appearance on local TV in Salt Lake City when she was promoting her book about grief.
My kids and I kind of wrote this book on the different emotions and grieving processes that we've
Monster.
experienced last year.
Yes.
Now
that
the
definitely
family
is a
says they have to
monster.
deal with not only the loss of Eric, but also the fight for his millions.
There was no emotion she showed in court, no comments she's made that has dissuaded the family from feeling that she was responsible for his death.
Wow.
You pose a good question. Like, why was he still with her if he had those feelings? But maybe he didn't want to believe it, and that was his child's mother, his children's mother too.
Yeah, if he believes she tried to poison him twice, having a hard time with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't even want her around the kids.
Period.
So now he's worth $4 million even before the insurance. So what, did he cut her off? Because why was she in financial? They didn't say he was in financial debt. And maybe they had got to a point where he was like, you on your own or something?
Probably. Or, yeah, I don't understand. It's not enough to put this in perfect context. It's not enough information.
But wouldn't you, if you heard defense, pin it on a Pookie? The Pookie was selling this guy fentanyl.
I would definitely not. I would definitely say it wasn't me. I
know what I
didn't
mean?
do that. They must.
Right.
They said that she purchased a deadly amount of fentanyl. That's probably the
Well, he's,
the word.
she can allege that he was using and she was just picking up his shit. I mean, they
Could be alleged.
they can at least plead it down to a man's something, a reckless something,
Something or another.
yeah. But monster. I mean, she wrote a children's book about it.
Yeah, she is some sort of monster.
And was suing for the proceeds of his estate. That money should go to the kids. She shouldn't even care about anything else but that money going in trust for her kids.
I agree to a certain degree, but they've got to be taken care of on a day-to-day
Up
basis.
until then.
Yes,
Yes.
if she don't have any, means to do that.
Correct. You're right. Enough
So-
money. Correct. The trust has got to start paying.
Yes,
Before
for
then.
stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe the same amount he'd be chipping in if they were divorced. You know what I mean? Going to
Yeah.
his side of the family. The kids go to his side of the family, and you know what I mean. But they shouldn't be sucking up those kids' money, in my opinion.
No. Especially
No.
life insurance. Well, now it should be put in trust if she's going to go to prison for killing them.
That's what I'm
So,
saying.
Yeah.
But she's innocent until proven guilty. I mean, I just can't see, innocent face like that getting convicted by.
Yeah, I see her. She's going to jail in hell.
Yeah. Well, we had the other one that shot his 3 kids, Rester. So we're gonna cover that next week. I don't know
Oh
if you're
my God.
busy. Yes, lined them up and shot them. 3 drop dead gorgeous kids, rest their souls. But we'll cover that at another time. But you guys like, share, subscribe. Today's show is the Las Vegas alien story. Cap or cover up. Phone lines are open. They're 424-900-6945. That number's what?
Roll free.
424-900-6945. That number's absolutely what?
Positively troll free. Trolls get holes around here.
Yeah, we'll make you famous. I'll be your Huckleberry.
Let's go viral.
All right, so here we go. Today's dome teaser. They come out at night without being called and are lost in the day without being stolen. What are they? They come out at night without being called and are lost in the day without being stolen. What are they?
Freaks. Freaks come out at night. Freaks come out at night.
You bet you be.
Freaks come out at night. Freaks come out.
Stand up. Shake your hands.
Oh,
Wave like you just don't care.
Yeah. Do.
What's the thumbs up for?
What the answer I put in the chat.
Oh, I got you. Ace said Drew Peterson divorce. Yeah. Maybe she was going to the boat with other suburban thugs. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. He's talking about a gambling habit.
Yeah.
She got into it with the bookies.
Damn, she wants to kill her husband. That shit still ain't,
He wasn't giving her no money. So now you get rid of him, and you got access to the whole purse string.
Yeah.
All right. So Self Love, he said he's got a thumbs up for the riddle. I had forgotten the answer myself. I can concur that Self Love is correct. So we have the right answer on our side, you guys. If you come up with it without using Chat GTP or Google, use your own intelligence for a change. Stop being, drug around by your program, right?
That artificial stuff out there.
Yeah, thanks. But finally, enough of the appetizers out there.
Let's quench the self-love nation's thirst.
All right, we got a 1 minute promo here, and we're gonna jump at it. Aliens, Las Vegas. What if they gamble? It's late in the show. We all know what that means.
We know what it is at that point.
All right. Next week on the Self Luv Show, we're covering the Las Vegas aliens out there. And is our government hiding and reverse engineering technology?
Facts. Unless we got a good signal and we're doing house stock next
House
week.
stock.
House
He's
stock,
right,
baby.
He's right. House stock. If we're not doing house stock, then this will be our topic the week. If we do house stock, this will be the topic after house stock. Yeah, house stock, y'all. We couldn't get a signal.
No signal. It was terrible.
Well, back here on the Earth, a Las Vegas family keeping quiet still.
Uh-oh.
Right. Yeah.
What's going on here?
Their own backyard.
And tonight their home is surrounded
Can
by
you stop
milk.
the share? Good job. All right. So
that's what disappeared on me.
Oh, the stop share option.
Oh, yeah, that whole panel.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Y'all know the topic, and let's go ahead and jump into it. Actually, I should have just let it play, but we're gonna unpack this video as it goes. This is how the story broke. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and share it again. So let's down here and unpack it as it goes. Fair use. Big ups to production.
Well, just as many.
Let's start with the credibility of the witnesses. You got any thoughts on the family? It was a 16-year-old boy, his brother, his dad, and their mom. They all seem to be giving the same story.
Yeah, I mean, what do they get to gain out of this?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't get it.
And okay, so if, let's say if me, you, and the guys had our own crib and we were sitting around and we wanted to concoct such a story, what the plan was to wait for a meteor to go by, or we just came up with that spontaneously. Not only that, calling 12 and making false claims, I think, is a felony in most states.
It's definitely against the law. It can get you locked up, even if you're 16.
And definitely if you're the parents.
It is a little strange that the 16-year-old called.
Well, I think he was the best English. That happens a lot. It's not so strange.
Yes. I get that part.
Although I'm sure in Vegas, if he'd have called in there, let's speak a Spanish. If he'd have called in there, they would have got him somebody on the line to speak Spanish. If the father, but they were on the internet, people were clowning them, saying that the family stories didn't match. They were saying that his dad said he didn't see anything, but what his dad said is that my son said they saw something in the sky. So so it could be factual that, hey, I didn't see whatever they saw in the sky, but when they came to the backyard, correct. But now, was that a meteor? Now I think if I'm an alien technology self, I would cloak myself. I would look like stars. I would look like satellites. I would cloak myself to look like clouds. I would even potentially have a cloaking that looks like a meteor.
Yeah, it's very possible. I've seen a meteor and it lasts far longer than a couple of seconds, and it didn't disappear. It flew all the way out of sight.
Correct.
So that 2 or 3 second segment and just vanishing doesn't jive with a meteor. It did have a little tail on it or whatever. I saw that part.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It could be camouflage. I thought I saw it even turn. I've never seen a meteor turn.
No. And it's crapulous information when they bring on these old pink guys talking about, well, we know when you watch
the American Meteor Society,
where it was, and so all these people saw it. It drives right with a meteor. It was a fireball.
Yeah,
and fireball up your bum.
Yeah, right up your bum. You know what I mean? Now, thoughts on 12's initial comments. So when they showed up, 12 was saying, yeah, we saw something too.
Yeah.
Do you think these people didn't know what a meteor is, to your point?
I think a lot of people don't. So it could be that, because
I've seen meteors and I've never said to myself, oh, damn, that was flying saucer.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen the meteor. I never once thought it was, I was like, what is that? And then I was like, oh, I don't know what that is. And then I saw on the news, oh, there was a meteor and blah, 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 blah. And the meteor took a long
But it makes you wonder if there's a massive cover up, they can just tell us that those are meteors.
Meteors, facts. That's true. What I saw, I'm pretty certain it was. It didn't change direction. It didn't, it flew straight along and right on the path it was going until it got out of sight. It had a tail on it like this, but it didn't go for 2 or 3 seconds and disappear or change directions to your point.
Yeah. I'm not saying it changed directions, but I thought I saw some movement. You know what I mean? Re-entry is entry, and I've never seen anything entering change directions.
Yeah. Yeah, some things can enter the firmament, but most stuff can't. So I'm not sure what that was.
Okay, so their investigation. I mean, they didn't tape the place off, tell people to stay out of there. And, when daylight comes, we can check for footprints, alien prints, or anything like that.
No, I saw something like when the cops was leaving, they said, hey, if you see something else like this, don't call us.
Don't call us.
So I don't think they necessarily took it as serious as they could. They didn't take it as a scene of a crime. Well, I guess it wasn't. I guess it was. It was trespassing, wasn't it? Those aliens had no business being in their backyard.
Yeah, they had no business. Well, so they give descriptions 8 to 10 feet tall. Most people think of these beings as, the grays we think of, small, smelly.
Two types of grays.
There's many. Yeah, there's many types of entities.
Yeah, but they have the tall grays though, in particular.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Usually those are the live entities, and they say that the small ones are more biological robots type of thing.
Yeah. And who would know if they're wearing some sort of alien spacesuit?
Well, you said they were very tall and very thin, so they were not proportioned for it to be a human. The head was huge.
8 to 10 feet.
Yeah,
tall.
And thin frames too.
Yeah. Big eyes. He said big mouth.
They're out there looking like a minute bowl with a huge head.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe sign up some of these guys for the NBA, huh?
Man, 8 to 10 feet. They ain't got to jump. They just be out there. Even thin, holding people off.
Every call that goes against them, and make the ref review it and overturn it. Jedi mind trick. That wasn't a foul. But yeah, that was interesting the way 12 approached it. They did show up, and we're going to get into more of that after we do our short break. But did you have anything else to add before we park it right here for a quick second, bro?
The 16-year-old looks credible to me. He does not look like he is lying. The feeling I get from hearing his frequency is that he's telling what he believes happened.
And we're gonna actually go through his video. I'm sure we'll get dinged, so we probably won't. Maybe we'll just play the sound. Yeah, I'll just play the sound.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched it. It's like a 7-minute video. He's only got one video on his channel. It's like almost 300,000 views, and he seemed extremely credible.
I agree.
But you're a parent. Would you not do the video if you saw something, even if you spoke a different language?
I would, but I could see how a lot of people would not want their face attributed to this type of information. And I also could see how a 16-year-old would do whatever they wanted to do anyway. Their parents would, probably don't even know the technology or any of that.
They have to, because the parents can't be older than 30. They can be older, but they're probably around 35 max, I'm thinking, maybe 37,
They've not shown them, so I don't,
They were in the police video, and then they had a backyard video where they were out there with guns, which we'll get into during the second half. But they got to know some technology at that age. Maybe. I'm not going to say got to, but I mean,
possible. It's probable.
I'm older than him.
It's probable even. But
yeah, and you even say, son, set it up and I'll do the video and you post it. You know what I'm trying to say? But that's
a lot of people don't want to be connected to that. And they won't show their face. They won't tell. They won't even say that they saw anything. A lot of people.
You're right.
They think you're crazy, insane, a kook.
And they got jobs. But I guess you will lay your dangle your son out there for the ridicule.
He did it on he did it on his own out there. What can you do out there?
You can tell him
pull that down.
It's too late. Tell him to take the video down.
It's too late.
It's never too late. I mean, it's out there. But you can still
take it down, but it's out there. Once it's out there.
I mean, if my son pistol whips somebody on tape, it's too late, but he's still not going to have that up on his channel.
Once it gets there, somebody's already recorded it and got it.
We all know that, but that doesn't mean that the next people who ain't seen it I'm just saying as a parent, get that off your channel, man. I'm saying if I was against it. Whatever he was putting out there, so they have to be supportive.
I guess
I'm just asking questions. I'm
some people that are oblivious to all of this shit and wouldn't even know that their child had that out there. Not saying that these are those.
Yeah, I mean,
they didn't put the video up themselves. They didn't,
Yeah.
So we don't know. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I got you. All right.
All right, y'all. Y'all know what that means? The Self Luv Show, baby. Y'all see it? Y'all know how I go. Today, Self Luv Show, we are exploring the Las Vegas alien story, Cap or Coverup. Feel free to call in if you like. But if not, ask questions, do whatever you got to do. As you know, though, we take a little time, present some great videos for you to check out, and we'll get right back at you. Check them out, though. These are great videos.
Just as many quote-unquote bums have won Super Bowls as non-bums. You got to win on that rookie quarterback, man, because that rookie contract, because that's when they're getting a little money, and you can correct. That means you got to pay these quarterbacks like a rookie contract. And if they want to play for a bum team and get paid $50 million a year, God bless them. But I got a great team here. I'm gonna give you the keys to it. It's like NASCAR, Ace. You could be out here winning these races. Now if you want to go out there and go for that other team over there and drive the jalopy, and embarrass yourself and lose and get hurt and get hit all the time, that's your business. The media's been doing a real mind job. Mike Dicker was like that too. Yeah. We don't know what's in his heart, but he wasn't all big on paying the quarterbacks all that money, man. I am concerned about now that the quarterbacks are getting dark, everybody's going to be talking like me. That's what the media is going to be running.
I wanted to do business. My brother became famous, and we had an opportunity to leave that world and go into another world. That opportunity came, hip hop hit. Charlie told my brother Eddie, yo, this is the wave of the future. This is going to be huge. Eddie did not believe that it's a fad and moved forward. And then there was an opportunity. I wasn't a rapper. It was an opportunity because of my brother's fame for me to get a recording contract with Clive Davis's company, with Arista Records. I could have been afraid and said, nah, but I wasn't. I've never been raised to be afraid. So I took advantage of the opportunity. And I did it. And I started learning how to write, learn how to rap. It was a perfect time. It was all, pretty much it was new. And I went from being an artist to, we did some things with touring and merchandising. I touched a lot of aspects of Eddie's career, and then kind of just graduated to my own thing.
We recycle long speeches. It's drama on the streets, but it's all love, sis. We hug blocks, cuz the gold be cold. And when the rocks and blows be trendy on God, truth. Joe, what's up, Joe? Be you. She be loose, square on all fours, shared because mama threw up the deuce. Stranded, dabbed in the victim of circumstances with bullets not labeled, fatal, shot, no bucket. Boys beat red lines to eat these niggas. Feast off hustle long. Make bread to make dough, but with hope comes a poem. Buy none, we'll rhyme for views, on two, hope you, stream in, cameras out, but then clout comes before 2 feet. We footwork to beats, I'm from Chicago. Where hip hop got lost. Trading for mumble rap. We brought it back, mahogany misfits on track of orthodoxy, fled through speakers. These open mics leak ether. I was brought up good, hood raised, porch play. We yell, put the guns down, don't shoot, officer.
Let me say this real quickly about my brother Kenny Young, because he's always been the ultimate optimist. Always. He was. If we were the Avengers, he was always Captain America. He would find the positive out of anything.
Man.
Even when he ain't feeling positive, which that's what makes it so much dope.
Yes.
Because, and I didn't know that. I just assumed he was always positive. Like, oh no, he deals with his own shit. He's sapping up and saying, you know what? You need this positivity. I'm gonna deal with my shit too. In that level of optimism, man, he taught me how to be optimistic and how to dream and how to elevate the dream. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, being from Chicago, being a realist, one looking at things like, man, this ain't gonna happen. This ain't gonna. I don't know about this. I don't know about all that.
And it's 40 below zero, 2 months out of the year. I need a roof over my head. I need a job. Man, I'm killing people out.
I need some gas in my car. You know what I'm saying? Man. He was very instrumental in me learning how to dream in a healthy manner, in a healthy, productive manner.
What's the point of life? Lie? Why do we do it? And what's the point of strife? Pimps and whores see right through it. They see fluid. All Johns ain't saints, and St. John knew it. Tricks are preachers, 12 disciples, and so-called druids. See, solid. Get married and have shorties after college. So what's the point? Vibrate love, go share knowledge.
There's a black square in the middle of the video.
Stupid is as stupid does. Join the Give Back Gang Alliance. Gang, gang.
Man, I thank you guys for inviting me on. Thank you. Great format, very solid. You know, it don't have that low budget movie feel. You know what I'm saying? And we get that a lot in the Black community, for real. Yeah. Like people look at us to be fuck ups. They look at us to be low budget. They look at us to be ignorant, stuttering, and use a whole bunch of and all of that. But no, they got the real deal on here. That everybody know who Torian Mills is, baby. They know.
Hey, well, bro.
They're so ignorant.
Hey, but this platform's your platform. This platform's my platform. From Inglewood, California to Chicago,
South Shore.
Crazy thing about it.
This platform is
made for you and me.
It's made for you.
The crazy
and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. I was trying to get out the end of the preamble, but go ahead, bro.
Show, the Self Luv Show, the Self Luv Show.
We do it for our people.
The Self Luv Show, it's the Self Luv Show, it's the Self Luv
Yes,
Show.
sir.
The Self Luv Show, the Self Luv Show, the Self Luv Show.
Wordsmith 9 Mills.
The Self Luv Show, you know how the story goes. It's the Self Luv Show.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the Self Luv Show. Today we're unpacking the Las Vegas alien story. Cap or cover up? As always, the lines are open. So if you want to tap in, then come on and tap in.
We do it for our people.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, y'all, what he said. Welcome back. Please like, share, subscribe. We're jumping down a rabbit hole right now, and we just want to make a case: cap or cover up. All opinions are valid because we're one in the body of the self. We are one.
Right.
All right, Self. Let's discuss some peculiarities. Now, what was weird to me, I found it odd. The event occurred on April 30th of this year. There was that alien whistleblower who we showed on the news who's saying that we've been reverse teching and we've got live aliens at Area 51, which they used to say didn't exist. It was one big conspiracy theory till the whistleblowers got out there with cameras and proved it. So Congress didn't even know how.
Cameras. For years they had cameras out there. So they knew it, and they were just on some crapulous behavior.
Yeah, well, but if they're, building secret military technology, I mean, I guess America deserves its secrets. Hey, I'm not here to defend America. Let me make that clear. But now this story went viral a day after the whistleblower came out. So this allegedly happened on April 30th. The whistleblower came out there, snitching, running his big fat mouth, violating his oath and his promise to secrecy on June 6th. And then the story went viral the next day. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, it was a setup. They wanted it to happen that way. So they were waiting on the situation to occur where they could make that do just that.
The overplay for the underlay?
Yes.
That was talking about nonsense. Go ahead.
We're in the disclosure is coming. And,
Age of Aquarius.
Yeah, information age. So
this
disclosure is coming. And they're going to piecemeal it out so they can have their predictive programming. So it's a setup. That's all.
Yeah, I found that strange because when it first broke, I'm like, man, I thought it had happened that day or the day before.
Right. I didn't realize that it was much older than that until you said something on his show, because I didn't dig that deep into it. I saw it. I said, "Oh, he's telling the truth," and then I didn't really go back to it.
You've been busy.
Yeah.
But now, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, many others. I've got ancestors, previous elders, who talked about a mothership.
Yeah, the Bible talks about them.
Yes. Parliament talked about it. Of course, they were on that wacky reefer, probably on Lakeshore Drive, They
even landed the ship on stage.
They did.
I wouldn't try to go out of space in that ship, but they did.
They sure did. They landed the mothership.
Yeah.
So whether or not this was a close encounter of the third kind, we're still unpacking. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I said we get into it now. The family, after they went viral on 6/6, they later posted a video, which is not on the kids' page. I don't think it was. But they posted a video with them brandishing sticks and being apparently afraid in the backyard. I mean, if these people are lying, they need to move from Vegas to Hollywood, and start earning some money in the acting field.
Yeah, because they should. Yeah,
all of them were great actors. So I mean, if you're the parent, I'm not. You're sitting in the house, you know what I'm saying, with your lady, and the kids come in saying, "Hey, there's something in the backyard." You grab your stick, somebody else had a stick. And allegedly 12 told them in his interview, the kid, when he posted later, he said 12 told them, when that part they redacted, when they said, "Don't call us," there was a part in there, he said 12 told him to shoot him. You're not going to be able to shoot that beat.
Yeah, you might be able to, but you know, if they're there and they're not causing you any harm, they're not trying to cause you any harm. If they, you know, but their technology crashed, so I mean, yeah, I don't know.
You're not gonna be able to shoot them. They said, man, Shorty said, man, he look him in the eyes and he said whenever he got eye contact, time would stop. And then
Yeah,
dude, you
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Man,
you can't look
they
them in
didn't
the
come this
eyes
far.
anyway. Why are you looking them in the eyes?
They didn't jump dimensions and galaxies to get shot by some punk kid. This is just me talking. I'm not
Well,
saying you can't.
they've also found a lot of ships and found a lot of bodies too. So they can die and they have been killed. So you know,
Yeah, but not from a punk kid with a pistol. What they're suggesting is our radar tech. When we start developing that, it's doing something, you know, and it's causing them to crash.
Usually the bodies that they find though are the small ones,
the expendable.
Yes, the robotic ones. The hive mind, those are hive mind beings and
the biological AI.
Yeah. So yeah, those usually the bodies that they find.
Yeah, they haven't found one of those because the drop dead gorgeous ones.
The tall grade. They
got tall white ones.
Oh yeah,
supposed to be drop dead gorgeous. And I haven't seen any tall black ones, but they say they got tall white ones. Even in Europe, they report a lot of them. Some of them even got the swastika. Can we say swastika on YouTube?
Yeah, the swastika ones are usually melanated.
The aliens?
Mm-hmm.
Hadn't heard that.
Yeah. You talking about the Ashtar guard or whatever it is, the
yeah, they were saying that the Nazis,
blue hairs.
Yeah, we're working with them.
Well, I've heard that, but the swastika came from Africa. It was used.
Yeah, but if it's on alien ships, yeah, it's from Africa, but it's been reversed.
Is it reversed? Because I see dyslexic, so
I think it's something different about it. But yeah, it did come from old. Yes, but
and from here, from America too. They found them. Hitler was looking into a whole lot of esoteric information, so he pulled a lot of stuff that really didn't have nothing to do with what he was doing. He was just pulling it for the power.
I'm not gonna say he was a patsy, but he was a puppet. He wasn't even the guy running all that.
In a lot of ways. And so he was always on drugs.
Yeah, the map. A lot of map. Yeah, but they had sticks, and then some people on the internet. Now, all these pictures haven't been debunked. They'll show pictures where they enhance it and zoom in, and you can see like it could be somebody in a black suit that's standing on a board, and it's just this big hoax. But there's something behind the fence. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I meant by I don't think you can shoot it. I think that thing is, you know what I mean. And you know what I mean. I guess if you could sneak up on it, I don't know, but weird, man. Weird stuff, man. Weird stuff.
Yeah, extremely. But those are times we're living in. The veil, with the earth is moving to a higher dimension, and the veil between these dimensions is coming open. So there will be a lot more of that in the upcoming future. Also, the reason why so many clouds and all this, they're seeding it and blocking because they don't want you to see what's going on out there, because there's a number of things going on. So, other stars, so-called stars, coming into sight, and ships, things of that nature.
Bro, it's been so many clouds, and I know we got June gloom and May gray in LA.
Nah, man.
Nah, these clouds be all day long.
They made these clouds.
All week.
These clouds are made. Planes out there creating clouds.
Now there's a claim that, well, it's not even a claim. 12 comes out, they go in the backyard with these people, and then they redacted the video and they said because it was private property. Now this, I don't understand. I see 12 all over people. Hell, the show Cops was all over private property, arresting people and showing it on a video. Maybe they got permission before they aired it. I don't know. But I never heard that before. We didn't show the video because it's private property, Self?
Well, the private property of the same people that put videos out of their private property.
What do you mean by that?
The family made videos in their backyard.
Yeah, I don't think they owned it or something. That I think that backyard was owned by somebody else or something. They didn't own the property.
And they renting or something? Even if you're renting, you can.
Yeah, but that back part, I think, went into
Somebody else's
commercial.
yard?
Yeah, but who can, like, yes, it went into like a commercial. Like, say, if Coach got a place where he's storing his trucks, behind his house, and that part backs up to your house. Maybe they bought a vacant. That's what it seemed like. But it wasn't their property. But yet y'all go back there on private property. But you redact the film? Like,
that's no.
Did the owners of that property say, I don't want y'all showing these trucks and tractors we got back here?
They redacted on their own. It's something they didn't want seen, period, point blank.
Right? So, seriously. It wasn't like it was somebody's house and they were in there having dinner or the kids are out in a swimming pool and they didn't want this on the internet. It was just a bunch of like tractors and stuff that was being stored. I don't
something on their video they didn't want seen, period.
Yeah, exactly. Until they went through it. I think there is something on that video. And that's the reason why once I started hearing that, I'm like, man, we got to look into this a little more. Now, Las Vegas Metro PD, they all said that the witnesses, to your point, you're not a cop or anything. You don't have any special training and reading people's spirits. You know what I mean? They said they didn't detect any deception. We're talking lifelong detectives.
Yeah.
And none of the family.
No. Because it was not cap. It happened. Now I'm not sure to exactly what happened. But
they saw
something. Yes, something happened for real, and it affected them. That's 100%. And they believe what they said. Yeah.
Yeah, they was out there with guns, bro.
Yeah.
I hate to keep saying it. I just don't want to be in a shootout. I don't want to shoot at something like that. For me, it just feels like
I wouldn't either.
Like you said, if they're not challenging me, correct.
All right.
Correct.
I mean, the fact that they're there and they're not attacking you, they didn't try to come in your crib or none of they crashed or whatever and were just trying to survive, seemed like.
But we're humans. We're watching us shoot each other over unarmed people trying to strong arm them for their Harold's chicken or whatever, and we're shooting each other dead over. I'm seeing videos or somebody's robbing somebody and the guy standing next to him shoots the guy in the head and kills him. When this guy was just, I'm just saying like that. Yeah. That's the spirit. That's the vibration we're on, which is probably why things are about to be revealed. The veil is being lifted.
Yeah.
Finally going to get to see that little black man, in the whiz. He was running everything behind the curtain. The color.
It's yep, it is. That's the craziness. They've got white supremacy in place. And he's not white out there. Maybe he wants to be. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know.
All right, more peculiarities, bro. The family, they got little after they reported it. So, it was reported back in April. They got little because they said, and even the neighbors attested to this, there were multiple black cars out here. Up and down the block, parked on the block, And I'm not saying it, that these were the black guys. What do they call those people? The men in black.
Yeah. Sure it is. Y'all doing a little too much talking out there.
Yeah, and Self, if what the guy said about us, reverse engineering tech, which all of the people who say they saw things, say the government comes around, cleans up the area. There's nothing to see here. It was swamp gas. You. I'm going to program you, you idiot. Swamp gas.
Primates.
Yeah,
Swamp
out there.
gas.
You sheep, you saw swamp gas. I'm gonna tell you what you saw. And if you say anything about it, I'm slapping you and your family. You know, that's what they tell them.
It was a fireball. It was a fireball.
Yeah.
Not a meteor society. What
you know
what is that anyway? What the meteor society?
If you know it's good for you. I'm not saying the noops were like that, but you tell one of the boys, if you know what's good for you, you got elbowed at empty. You know what I mean? Right. Exactly. You know what I mean? You fell downstairs on your own volition. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying.
Clumsy guy.
Yeah, you're just clumsy. Nobody wants to talk about that, so we're not. But now, black cars, okay, spooked the family. They said a lot of, kooks were showing up. When I go to Vegas, I'm gonna go past the property, give me some footage. You know what I mean? But what I was trying to say though, so if we are as a government collecting these materials, whether or not we find any materials is not germane to the fact that somebody's going to pull up and do their own investigation, whether you like it or whoever owns that property likes it or not. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Oh yeah, they're going to pull up. They're going to tell you it's radioactive and you need to leave your place and do whatever you need to do.
Yeah. If you don't want to get elbowed at empty. Correct. You're going to do whatever you need to do. Now, there was a ring cam. Now, it wasn't, they were initially saying it was a neighbor's ring cam. But that's been debunked. But there was a ring cam. It was on the other side of the city. And I wish I had it. But they played the sound of this alleged meteor crash. And stuff, it didn't sound like a meteor.
Meteors, when they crash, they cause massive destruction. So it's definitely not a meteor crash.
No.
So that's,
who knows? Maybe the meteor hit them. Maybe who knows? Maybe they morphed in and got smacked by the meteor. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But what I heard on that rain cam didn't sound like a meteor crashing.
No, it's a ship crashing. That's what it was. Not a meteor. Something crashed, and for them to be in the backyard, I would assume that they crashed.
Now, here's something I want to ask you about, because I know you're a tin hat guy. The kid pointed out these rings. This kid has access to this private property, that's for sure. You know what I mean? It would make you think they own it. But there was.
That's why I thought that because they were showing videos and all that.
Yes,
it was on their property. That's
but all of a sudden 12 don't want to show this because it's private property. So there was a ring in the Deut, right? So the debunkers went on Google Earth to previous pictures before April 30th, and they said that ring was already there. But now, Self, this could mean a couple things. Either Google Earth has been changed and redacted, or that wasn't the first time that these guys have visited that backyard. I don't know.
Yeah. Both of those are possible. I think the Google Earth thing is more probable, easier to accomplish.
Yeah.
Because this time it crashed. That's what would have made the thing. So if they visited there before and didn't crash, I'm not sure that would apply.
It wouldn't apply. That's a good point. That's a great point. And who said they crashed in the backyard? You know, they were
Right.
just hiding in the backyard, probably because they had been there before.
Yeah. That could be.
You know, waiting on, you know, somebody to pick them up or whatever. Could be.
On places where the ships have landed before, there has been radiation that, you know, could kill.
Oh, yes.
Gra-
We're
the
going to
gra-
cover nanotechnology.
the grass
Yes.
is such.
Yes.
So
It never grows. Yes.
right. So that
And they
could
find
be
a-
that could
and
be
they-
like visited there before. That
Yeah.
could be, that's a
And
theory.
left that. Yeah.
Right. That's a theory.
They do say when that tech, which probably why when they crashed, they're probably going the ocean or in the desert, which probably created our deserts. Who knows, Self? But they say that tech, yes, and they thought it was microbes from other planets, but they said they're even postulating now that it's some sort of nanotechnology. You know,
I didn't
that's
hear that. I didn't hear that. Yeah, it's always a level of radiation, high level of radiation in these places as well.
Yes. High magnification, radiation.
Yeah. Wherever they supposedly touch down or have some influence. Like even those designs and stuff they make, all of those are highly radiated.
Yeah, now
Crop
they
circles.
oh yeah. We're gonna cover that too. Oh, I got some stuff. Oh my God, them crop circles. Oh man, when you go down that rabbit hole, I've been down it for some years, but that, I mean, you know, people say, I used to say that about God. They say, well, I mean, what would it take for an alien? I mean, literally, an alien would have to come down to Earth, go to the Academy Awards, and slap the shit out of Pookie. What's his name? Played Pookie. Should have been slapped.
Chris Rock.
I mean, would that make us believe it was alien? Even then, we'd say it was Hollywood tech.
Yeah, they're so brainwashed. But there's a lot of predictive programming where it's coming. Disclosure is coming.
And there's nothing they can do about it.
Nah.
All right. Now, here's another weird peculiarity, Self. 12 installed, so it happened on April 30th. 12 installed surveillance cams on May 19th, pointing into the private property. I guess they said they had permission by then. So, you know, those cams that you see like on the block, you know, they installed that on May 19th, supposedly to protect the family from naysayers. But remember, the story hadn't even broken.
They said they had been getting some threats or something though.
But from right.
Maybe that was after
it went viral.
Yeah. Which was about 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Or maybe the threats were coming from the men in black.
Yeah, that could be.
Because it hadn't been viral. The only people they reported it to, I'm sure their friends or family, but the only people they reported, the cops. The cops had, you know, that was it. So 12, they put this camera up on May 19th and removed the cameras on May 24th. So, yes, the cameras weren't even there when the story went viral. They put the cameras up for 5 days. I wonder if they caught something.
It had to have. And activity is probably going on even now as we speak. Because that ain't making no sense.
No, you put a whole camera up to protect your family. You know, the story hadn't even went viral. The family hadn't even leaked the story to the media. And then you take it down, Self, before your family goes public with I'm just using this as an analogy, you know, your security of a family, and you take it down before the story goes viral.
And only for 5 days, you know, they must have got a lot of activity. It was like, we can't leave this up because, yeah, we can't keep leaving this up.
What activity? Who's to say? But they caught a lot of activity in those 5 days, and they're unpacking it. So the 16-year-old, yeah, they said, when I was listening to the debunkers, because I listen to debunking and I listen to people supporting this theory of cover-up. The debunkers say, they said that he literally has a blog called Alien Society 51, but he didn't. He put that up when he was telling his side of the story. It's only one video. It's not like it's an alien. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It wasn't like he was already a tin hat guy or anything of that nature.
Doing any of that. Had a history of it or anything.
Yeah. So it was weird when I went to the channel and I'm like, this is it. This is the only thing he's got. I thought it was, he's part of a big thing and, of kooks, you know what I mean? Who said he saw this and that.
Yeah, this is very interesting. It's a little strange.
Yeah. If I had to choose between a kook and a spook for dinner, who are you going to have at dinner? Kook or spook?
A kook.
Big ups to the kooks out there. I saw something. I know what I saw. Can't tell me. And Vegas self, I've been postulating as we're wrapping up. I think they're attracted to lights the same way we are. Vegas has that damn what is it? Luxor. And it literally shoots a beam of light out of a pyramid straight into the air. A high beam. And if you think that they're not responding to stuff like that, of course, Area 51's right there too, and S4, secret part of Area 51.
Right.
And all those lights in Vegas, if you think they're not interested in that, if there are aliens.
And it's also the nuclear
all the test work,
yeah.
Silos
and there are nuclear bombs there now. I mean, nuclear warheads there now. So
the waste,
all of that,
and the nuclear waste. They carved out a mountain and they just dump it all in there. Maybe they know something we don't know about, putting all the nuclear waste inside of a mountain.
Yeah, they do a lot of asinine things to the planet.
All right, man. So is this, in your mind, as we get into our conclusions, is this story more likely cap or more likely conspiracy?
More likely conspiracy, is more likely cover up than cap. Just from the people involved and how they are how they have reacted and how they're acting towards what happened. I'm going to say this is a cover up much more than cap.
Yeah, and I was leaning that way when I went down this journey, and I'm not disagreeing with you. And I rarely take the gray area. This one could be both. It could be a cap conspiracy. Now, for that to be true, the family would have to be involved to some level that I don't even think the government would trust. But I'm saying this story went huge the day after my man came out and was pointing everybody's talons at Area 51 and telling the world what you've been saying on the show. We've been reverse engineering this technology for years.
Absolutely, since the 50s.
Yeah, 40s.
Yeah. So it's anything's possible, but I don't see why they would pull out a cap thing after that. Just more than likely somebody at a news station had that footage or knew about the story, and this was the perfect opportunity to capitalize on the whistleblower.
Yeah, maybe somebody filed a Freedom of Information Act and got the cop footage and all that.
Mm-hmm. Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely been a rabbit hole, this journey. But yeah, I would have to agree with you. I mean, there's something going on here as far as on a conspiracy side, because again, either all the family's crazy or they all had a big illusion, or something happened which can't be explained. You know. And you remember that movie with Will Smith when aliens were taking over and they came and took them to Area 51 and said, look, we've had this ship for years. We just don't have nobody who can fly it. Can't figure it out.
Independence
It's
Day,
almost
yeah.
like they were telling us
Yeah.
that they have it. Yeah.
Yeah, they were. That's what predictive programming.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Couldn't think of it. All right. So the big question, your last question, if these beings are visiting the beloved planet Earth, and some have said they've been visiting us from the start, what does this mean for humanity? If the veil is being lifted, what does this mean for humanity?
Well, the question is, if people are ready for it, or is it going to cause a mayhem? Is going to be answered. I think it's going to be open to. It's going to open up the world to some of the greed of the elites and all the technology that is here on this planet.
Absolutely.
It should be released faster and not piecemealed at a high cost.
Oh yeah, we should be able to have free energy and stuff.
Yes. An advancement immediately.
Without the high cost.
Yeah. For the free.
I think we can agree that's going to be worse on the powers that be than it is going to be on the sheep.
Yeah.
It's almost like waking the sheep up and saying, hey, did you know this?
Yeah.
Did you know that? Did you know you're not a sheep? Did you know you're a lion?
Did you know that they don't work at all and their money just suppresses you? And they don't do anything but provide this money that they created out of nothing.
Correct. They created off your efforts out of nothing, and then pay all of the people you claim you vote for to vote in their things and vote out your things.
Yeah. So can't wait.
That's interesting. Yeah. So I think we are in agreement on that. My thing for society along those lines is what does it mean for humanity is the question. I think it means it would be a changing of the guard. I think, a lot of folks think it's going to lead to this one world government, et cetera. I think it will be one world government, but it'll be the consciousness of the people. And I think that's prayerfully what they're here to tell us. It's a human concept: conquer, rape, pillage, destroy. It's in certain humans' natures. I believe in my heart of hearts that they don't roll like that anymore. Some have said these are demonic entities. But it's probably more likely than not that the Vegas sightings was either cap, swamp gas, a balloon, potentially. It could be the overplay for the underling to guide our thoughts away from the government's lies in regards to this technology and this free energy. Who knows? I don't. I wasn't there. But in a sense, we were, because we're all one consciousness. Now, if these witnesses, just because they aren't drop dead gorgeous, if these witnesses are lying, as I said earlier, they should move to Hollywood and become thespians. Did they lie, concoct a story, and then which demanded a meteor to crash, call 911, file a criminal police report at the risk of charges, or even worse, becoming social pariahs and outcasts, which is happening to them now? Maybe the ETs thought the story wouldn't go viral because their galactic travel agent told them what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But I want to leave you guys with this one thing. As always, question everything. Because the Self Love Show ain't Kansas anymore, Dorothy. Peer down these rabbit holes. Do your own research. Use your own discernment out there. But remember, be careful when you stare into the abyss, because sometimes it stares back. Yeah? Yeah.
Thanks.
Excuse me. All right, so let's close it out. We got our, I'm going to give you guys the riddle. Nobody had the wherewithal to solve it once again. So they come out at night without being called and are lost in the day without being stolen. Self-love?
Stars.
Interesting that you came up with that. How'd you come up with that?
The first phrase, they come out at night. I knew what it was already. And then I read the rest of it.
Yeah, but you got thrown off with freaks.
No, I didn't get freaks until today. I mean, that popped out. Freaks come out at night. I was hearing that when you were saying it. They come out at night. That's like part of the verse. But
that's very true. Stars. So big ups to you once again. 7-9 self. We're looking at we're gonna look into nanotech. We're getting around the crop circles, but we're gonna dig into the nanotechnology, its potential future. Nanotech is weird.
Yeah, it is. Some nanotech is, they can give it to you in a shot form, they can, a series of shots to put different components in there. Yeah.
So if they've created from DNA and a 3D printer, like these statues. And so now they've replicated the DNA, and if you cut off just a little piece of that mold, that statue, you have the whole DNA signature. They're talking about using that for storage, data.
Yeah, they have DNA hard drives. They've loaded information onto it.
They haven't rolled that out at the Apple Store yet?
No, not yet. They don't want to roll that out. This might be 100 years from now for they give you that type of memory and give you a high price tag on it. and they already have it now.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're going to be unpacking. Next week on Mouthpiece Included, we're doing the melanated history and auto racing out there.
Okay.
So, we had Bubba Wallace in there. I guess the big man upstairs didn't want that to happen because you guys are getting flash floods, but at least you got the potholes fixed.
Well, on those streets.
Yeah.
Really wasn't no potholes on those streets when you think about it. They fixed those right away downtown out there.
Yeah.
So
they said they fixed them on LSD though.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. But this show rained so hard today. I was like, oh man.
Ain't gonna be no NASCAR today, huh, fella?
No.
$3,000 a ticket or something? Who pays for that?
There were a lot of watch parties and stuff like that in those buildings down there. So, somebody lived there or had a, situation. In fact, we were done and invited to see.
Oh, like rooftops, if it was on your route.
Yeah. And not even just rooftops, some of the high ups buildings, can see all
high
of that.
rises. Yeah.
I think he said he was on turn 7 or something. Yeah,
it's something to
watch
do.
Party. Yeah,
it's something to do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, enough of my
something to do is correct 100%. Summertime shy, and the rain killed it.
Turn it over to this brother. My favorite part of the show, wordsmiths. Final words out there.
Yeah. Music went away.
Did it?
Yep.
That's crazy. You can't hear this?
I can hear it now while you're talking. When you stop talking, it goes away.
I need to check these. Hold on. 2.
Yep.
Let's see.
The Las Vegas alien story.
It's coming through now.
Yeah, faintly. It's coming through though. Cut it up. Alien story. Decap or cover up. I want you to think into your mind. Is this government corrupt? You get the answer to the questions that can't be solved. You know what's up. I had to take a pause to leave some blank space for you to fill so you can get the real deal. For me, from what I see, them people's frequency, they was telling the truth from the parents to the youth. They got straps to execute. Y'all know what the best to do. Realize life's a blessing, dude.
Is that better?
Yeah,
that's better.
It was nice out.
That's crazy.
But understand that the government has a plan. They are to the highest bidder who is paying. These lobbyists got our government on lock. And it's time we put that to a stop. the situation has to go in our favor or it has to go away. I don't care if you're a part of it and hate what I have to say. We need to display a level of higher thinking. Learn deep from our being, from our mistakes. Seeing what works and don't work. Looking for higher stakes. We must create a different level of understanding and inspiration. They're gonna let us know that the aliens always been here. And there's some you might not like, but most you should not fear. Just being sincere. Disclosure is near. Words.
Man, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to do some testing.
Yeah, that setting is on. Killing the background noise or something.
Yeah, I checked all that. I don't even know if it's an option no more. It's like I had to go through it.
Yeah, I know that part. That is crazy.
Man, crazy. Which means you ain't gonna be able to hear this.
When you talking, I can hear it though. So
yeah, that's crazy. Because I took the background off in the time. Chicago. All right. Bullets are boomerangs.
stand your ground.
Murder is suicide.
Yeah. An eye for an eye.
Silence is violence.
See something, say something.
Slave theory. Greed plus ego over fear. You got a slave.
Charity plus humility times love is freedom.
Facts. Y'all stop all that yapping. Do not answer questions. You have a right. You have a right to take a big cup of STFU and sip slow.
Yeah. Because you also have the right, if you think about it, to question everything, no matter who or where it came from.
Everything, everybody. Fear is capped. It's an illusion.
Vibrate love.
Forgiveness, that's the highest love vibration.
Do something charitable for a so-called enemy and end the beef.
End it now. Use your words, your nouns and verbs. I'm from the South Side. Wise man said, healthy people heal thy people.
Because we all know hurt people gonna hurt people.
Free Larry Hoover.
Free Jeff Ford.
Do you think you are the one?
Free all the guys, man.
Yeah, man. Prison is slavery.
You know what it means? Black means
walk on water.
Yeah, man, just go ahead and move mountains.
You talking about a whole mountain, bro? Or?
Yeah, whole mountain. The good book say all you need is the faith of a mustard seed, and we got way more than that.
Word?
Yeah,
that don't seem like a whole lot of faith.
We got way more than that. So all we gotta do is make that move.
And y'all be blessed. Be greater than your excuse. Make it happen. One.